Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Damon Bruce. Glad to have you with us. It's Tuesday Hoops, and it's next. It's going to be Baron Davis and the Cleveland Cavaliers up against Elton Brand and the Philadelphia 76ers. And without any further ado, let's head to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew at the arena. I'll be back at halftime.
It's the NBA Live on 2K Sports on this Tuesday afternoon. Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. Doris Burke will join us moments from now. The Philadelphia 76ers preparing to defend home court in this Eastern Conference battle. State Farm presents the starting five. Look at who we've got on the floor for the Cavaliers. Baron Davis and Anthony Parker pair up in the backcourt. Jamison and Varejao in the middle. And it's Caspi in at the 3 spot. And for the 76ers, Iggy and Brand are the forwards. Hawes rounds up the front court. Holiday and Meeks in the backcourt. And Davis can't get it to go.
Well, last season, Baron Davis was traded away from his hometown, L.A., with the Clippers to Cleveland. And that was a trade at the deadline that he actually took surprisingly well and played very well for Cleveland the rest of the year.
Parker's shot is off. And it's the 76ers with the ball. Now let's send it down to Doris Burke, who is able to talk with Byron Scott.
Kevin, on paper, it's hard to pick a winner in this game based solely on the two teams' statistics and records, which coach acknowledged are very comparable. Therefore, he said it comes down to energy and effort. We'll see how this one goes.
All right, Doris, thanks. So it really could come down to, Clark, the coaching matchup.
Wouldn't be surprised. I mean, you look at the talent on the court, and it's very similar, both sides of the ball.
Steve, your thoughts?
Well, the matchups are really interesting here, Kevin, as you guys talked about. Very evenly matched in terms of talent. So I think, the substitution patterns of these respective coaches will have a lot to say if he decides this game.
Stephen, in that trade you mentioned, the Clippers traded away Baron Davis and their first-round pick for Jamario Moon and Mo Williams.
On the surface, it seemed maybe the Clippers wanted to transition the locker room leadership to the young stud Blake Griffin, and you can certainly understand that. And Baron Davis, such a big personality, they felt that would be best to move him along. Not sure I agree 100% there, but certainly can understand the thinking if those are the dynamics at play.
And now looks like we've got an injury here, guys. We'll likely see him come out of the game.
First look, I don't know, guys. Tough to tell just how bad it is.
For his sake, hoping that we're hoping he's okay.
And here's the fast break. Here's Hawes. Rips down the breakaway slam.
You get better elevation with the one-hand dunk, and it's the most basic of all. Keep it simple.
And probably the most reliable.
Yeah, hard to mess that one up.
Even though Philly got bounced early by the Heat last year, you have to think it was a very valuable learning experience for that team, especially as young as they are.
Here's Parker. He feeds it to Caspi from downtown. And yes, sir, that one drops. 5 points in the game. Back to what you said, Clark, about the 76ers. With their youth, any playoff exposure is a big boost.
Yes.
And Steve, Doug Collins talked about this. Hey, we're going to get great experience here for this young team.
Yeah, and a lot of their young players got to see a lot of action during that series, and of course playing against a great team like Miami, going against the best, there's no better experience for a young club.
Sessions checked in for Cleveland. Here is Sessions. Ball's knocked loose. The dish to Davis. Lock at 6.
And I like the aggressiveness defensively, forcing that mistake.
Meeks. Now Sprite slam cam to replay that one.
Now that's just rubbing it in, fella.
Throwing it down with style.
These folks are not going to forget that one anytime soon.
Davis kicks to Sessions. Davis dishes to Bergeron. There's the block. The 76ers leading by 4. Guys, this offense very effective.
Going right at him.
And this is where you just start picking apart the defense, and now you take their confidence away. You can really take control of this game. And Jamison was having an up-and-down year with Cleveland before his season was cut short by that finger injury. Still a big scorer and the ability to put up big numbers on any given night, but it was such a difficult season for the Cavaliers, and I think mentally that was tough for Jamison to deal with. And the defense just couldn't get a hand in his face, couldn't challenge the shot.
Yeah, made his height advantage count that time.
Outside, Davis. Easy shot. And Cleveland again with the bucket. Going back to Antoine, you aren't used to seeing numbers like that from him.
Yeah, it was a difficult year for him, but he'll bounce back, Kevin. He's a high-character guy. I think he's still got some pretty good years left in front of him as a scorer. Well, he stepped up this quarter, providing a high... hand to help carry them offensively.
Now it appears an injury out on the floor, and that does not look like any fun.
Boy, you hate to see this, Clark.
You sure do. I mean, tough to tell how bad it is just yet. Hopefully not too serious.
Lou Williams is checked in for Drew Holiday. Samuels, he's in for Cleveland. Parker comes in for Baron Davis. Now here's Sessions. Still looking to get on the scoreboard. 103 left in the first. Hars. And that's the devastating one-handed jam.
You know, that's a case there, Kevin, of him making a pass to a spot, and then he let his teammate run right into it. Well executed.
18 feet away, and that one's good. Parker. The 76ers leading by 3. Outside Williams. Shoots the 3. That one goes. Count. Williams has got his first 3 points of the game.
That's now 7 straight for them coming from fast breaks.
It's making it look easy out there the way they're running.
Now Parker. Open look. Gets it to go.
I'll tell you what, right now that mid-range jumper serving them well.
Yes, it is, guys. That's 6 of their last 10 points coming from that mid-range area. Both sides really coming out of the gate firing here.
Guys, they look like they were raring to go in this one. A lot of offense early on.
Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Yeah, he did awfully well to thread that pass there into the paint.
And here we go. Williams passes to Brand. He's against Samuels. Launches a 3. The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. 76ers on top, up by 8.
And I thought the key to that first quarter, guys, was the turnovers they faced with that aggressive defense.
Well, the defense, as you said, Steve, has been really aggressive, and it's paid off for them a few times already.
And it's more NBA action coming your way here on 2K Sports. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. Here is Williams. 8-point game.
Tough season last year for Cleveland. A disaster, really, losing LeBron James and then falling apart as a team. In fact, they couldn't even succeed against the weaker Eastern Conference, scoring just 15 and 37.
On the floor for Cleveland, getting going here in the second. Ramon Sessions and Anthony Parker in the backcourt. Christian Ienga is out there with Samardo Samuels. And it's Hollins in at the 3 at the center position. Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burdick. Doris, what do you have?
Kevin, Elton Brand seems to be regaining his form from years past, and he gives a lot of the credit to head coach Doug Collins. He said last season, Collins did a great job of calling his number and playing to his strengths, whether it was pick and pops or rolling to the basket. He said that it's made the game a lot of fun. And fellas, the Sixers were much improved. It seems that Collins has made a difference.
Well, he seems to be pushing the right buttons, Doris. Thanks. 4 on the shot clock. High post try, and again it's Cleveland. Back to the Cavs. You know opponents could smell blood against them for a while, too, in that East.
Yeah, and I mean, they went through a stretch where they lost, what, 20-plus games in a row?
Yes.
And, you know, teams were desperately trying not to be the team that ended that losing streak, so they had a lot of things working against them, not to mention a depletion of talent and personnel from prior seasons.
With a coach, a brand new coach, and Byron Scott, who was used to winning.
Yeah, no question about that.
Tough environment.
Very difficult.
Cavaliers making a switch here. Here's Jamison, looking for his first bucket of the game. Feeds it to Parker. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Really good turnaround season for the 76ers a season ago, and I thought one of the reasons they were able to be successful was they established their home court.
Back to the 76ers, just a much better team at home last year.
Yeah, and I think so. Part of that was the maturity of their younger players, but also the leadership of Doug Collins. Their play at home, a big reason why they were able to get to 500 on the year after a really slow start and get back to the playoffs.
Yeah, they began 3-14.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Tough start for them, but they certainly cashed in later on. A moment for the Gatorade injury report. Well, let's now get an update on Drew Holiday. And Doris, what's his status?
Hey guys, the head athletic trainer for the 76ers, Kevin Johnson, provided some information for us. He informed me that the injury is a strain to his lower back. He's finished for the rest of the game, and indications are he could miss a lot of time down the road.
All right, Doris, thank you. And Steve and Clark, certainly not the news his fans were hoping for.
No, Kevin, it's, guys, it's really too bad. Just a terribly unfortunate turn of events here.
Well, yeah, you hate to see that. Happen, and in the meantime, his team now has to compensate for the loss. Let's see how they step up.
Poke loose. Here's Davis. And the layup's good off the glass. Davis has got his second bucket.
He's a pleasure to watch on the offensive end. I know I wouldn't want to guard him.
You look at Baron Davis, 6'3", 215. He's so strong and explosive. Excellent ball handling ability. When he's got his mind right and his body right, he's hard to deal with.
Elton Brand's checked in for the 76ers. Nocioni comes in for Maurice Spates. Clark, the issues for Baron Davis is size and strength certainly are an asset. But Steve, as far as conditioning, sometimes he comes into the season a little overweight.
Yeah, I think what happens, Kevin, is then he works really hard once training camp starts to try to shed that weight, and as a result, he gets some knee problems, some tendonitis. So, Baron Davis, it's all about conditioning for him. When he's in great shape, he's one of the top point guards in the league.
Here is Davis. He kicks it to Jamison. Nice move. Nocioni with it. Davis is on it. Nice shot by Nocioni. Nocioni's got his first points in this one.
Doug Collins was just what the 76ers needed, it seemed, as he was able to turn them around from a lottery team. And get them back into the playoffs.
Three-pointer. That's good from Williams, the assistant, Thaddeus Young. Young's got 3 assists in the game. Back to Doug Collins, who brings a more deliberate approach to his teams, and I think, Steve, teams like that change of pace a little bit. Doug's a great teacher.
He sure is, and I thought the 76ers really benefited from Doug's presence last year. He gave them some structure, he gave them an identity, and by the end of the season, they were really a good team.
And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Well, guys, the Cavaliers got a lucky break in this year's NBA lottery. The owner of the team sent his son as a representative, and it paid dividends with the #1 pick and multiple picks in the top 10. After the season they had, maybe this was the luck they needed to turn things around. Guys?
And as always, Doris, thank you.
You know, as a native Buckeye, it was hard to watch the Cavs struggle as they did. I hope they get back on track this year.
Shoots from the block. Williams can't get it to go. The Cavaliers trail by 21. Shoots from the elbow. And Antoine Jamison, the bucket on the assist by Parker. Now the 76ers with it. They're on a 17-7 run. Ring shot on the way. That's good on the jump shot. Williams has got 27.
Another fast break group. They're just outrunning their opponent here.
You know what, Steve? I think the defense has left themselves vulnerable.
And he flushes it through. Spike Slamcam with the replay.
Yes, indeedy. Boy, I love that one. That's not just any plain dunk. That has some panache to it.
That's an energizer, guys. That is an energizer.
It is, and that will lift the whole team up.
Williams is whistled for reaching in. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Sessions. Fires for three. Jamison, no luck. Here's Brand. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. And so a pretty lopsided game for the first half.
Damon Bruce here, welcoming you to
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first two quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. The 76ers leading by 23.
And I think the big question going forward for Cleveland was, what's next? How do you move on from LeBron James leaving? And the answer for the Cavaliers, they're trying to build up their young talent base. They acquired a pick from the Clippers, so they had 2 lottery picks last summer, and they're trying to get better and build with their youth.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. So on the floor for Philadelphia, Antonio Daniels out there with Evan Turner. Then there's Tony Battie. Then it's Young, and it's no Sione in at the power forward. Clock at 4. There's Parker with the 3. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Yeah, that just wasn't the way to tip off the post-LeBron era, Steve. You're right with the kind of year they had. But you know what? Where they got their draft picks in the lottery, you can see they're really working to the future.
Well, they knew it was going to be extremely tough. I mean, you don't lose a transcendent player like LeBron James and expect things to be at the same level. I mean, but it was absolutely brutal. And they did find a couple. You mentioned the draft choices. So they've got some things to think about in a positive vein going forward.
Nice shot by Jamison.
Good team play there. You move the ball until you find the right shot for the right person.
They're a well-oiled machine, Steve. I mean, working extremely well as a cohesive unit. Every pass delivered on time and on target. A lot of ball movement and player movement. It's a thing of beauty.
Timeout called the Cavaliers.
You know, Thaddeus Young coming off the bench for the Sixers last year, I thought he was terrific. He has all the tools to be a great sixth man for them because he can impact the game in limited playing time.
Sessions checked in for Cleveland. Here's Sessions. There's the pass to Jamison. Defended by Young. Lays it up and banks it in. 6 points for Jamison. Young being the sixth-man, Steve, helps that he can play both forward positions.
Yeah, exactly, Kevin. The versatility that Young shows is really impressive. He's so quick. He can make shots from the perimeter, but he's also good inside. Got a nice touch, nice feel for the game, so he can play either the 3 or the 4. That's right.
Davis inside. He's against Hawes. And good on the basket. Book it. Davis has got 6.
That's 3 for 4 field goal shooting here in the third, so offensively, they're looking good.
It's tipped.
You know, they've really done a terrific job of holding onto the ball here, Kevin.
Verejao. Down goes the slam.
As soon as they made that steal, it was off and running.
Yep, and they acted on it, partner. That's an easy 2 points off the pilfer.
Here's Turner.
They are bringing the intensity defensively.
And that's what full-court man-to-man's all about, intensity and focus.
Probably time to bring an extra defender, change up the defense a little bit.
Well, Steve, he's been so good. I think they got to take the ball out of his hands right now.
Here's Verejao. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Davis has got 3 assists in the game. Here's the break. 3 for Caspi, and that one's good. 14 points for him.
He looks good, getting it done consistently from deep.
Steve, I know you love the 3 ball, and he's been sharp. To be. Nothing fancy for him on that jam. Just a textbook flush.
Clarkey put it away without a moment's hesitation. For the finish, the fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
Big on fancy. Hey, if you can make it happen, make it happen. Effective is what's important.
Doesn't matter how you get the points, right, Clark?
That's right.
As long as you get them, Steve.
Put them in the hole. 2-2-2.
Yeah, exactly right. Just get it done. He's been producing all night. It's up to the rest of his team to start kicking in a little bit.
Brand kicks to Hawes. Back to Brand. From 20 feet out. Again, Philadelphia. Here's Davis. He's got 8. Pass to Jamison. The 76ers leading by 23. Outside, Meeks. Rebound by Antoine Jamison. So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Guys, untidy. You've got to value the possession of the basketball.
I know you agree with that, Steve.
No, totally. You got to play with control and composure, Kevin.
And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here. You're right, only 2 turnovers for the entire game.
Boy, that's excellent. That is a tremendous number, and they've been excellent in that area all game long, and that's one of the reasons that they're playing as well as they are.
Lou Williams is checked in for the 76ers. Samuels, he's in for Cleveland. Parker comes in for Baron Davis. Here's Sessions. He's guarded by Williams. 3 for Caspi. The shot's good. Sessions making the play. 17 points in the game. Here's Turner, and the 76ers tack on 2 more. They have a very long way to go to get within sight of the lead.
And from what we've seen thus far, I wouldn't hold my breath.
That's going to be tough. The 76ers leading by 21. Outside Williams. Lets it go from deep, and it's blocked. With 1 on the clock. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. You have to like what we're seeing from Lou Williams.
That's been nothing but positive for this team. The way he's been really selective with his shot making, been very unselfish. I think this has been an efficient performance for him.
I agree with you, Steve. Very few questionable decisions, if any, from him, as he has always looked for the best shot every trip down the floor. I mean, I like the fact that he's judicious in his approach.
76ers lead by 21. We're still getting underway here in the fourth. Let's go down to Doris Burke, who has our Sprite Spark of the Game report. Doris?
Well, Kevin, our spark of the game in this one, the stretch by the 76ers. They have had the answer for every defense they've had thrown their way and keep adding to their lead. There has been no let-up in play, and they should have a strong fourth. Let's see how it turns out, guys.
Thanks, Doris. Clark, it was a scoring run that proved extremely important.
Yeah, Kevin, you know what? I think that's exactly when they grabbed this one by the throat, really seized control of it.
And you could see their energy just building as the game went on. And by the end of that run, they really took control of everything.
And Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. They've got Ryan Hollins. Daniel Gibson is out there with Anthony Parker. Then it's Samardo Samuels. And it's Iyenga in at the small forward. Daniels gets called for the reach. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Parker. Passes it to Gibson. Parker outside. He passes to Samuels. He's covered by Nocioni. 6 on the shot clock. Unload from 9. It's blocked. The 76ers leading by 23. Here's Turner. Great look there, but off target.
I thought that one was going to go.
You know, Steve, most of the time it does go.
Makes it off the glass. Here's Turner. Here's Battie. It's off. Parker outside, and Gibson kicks to Parker. He dishes it to Samuels. Kicks it to Gibson. Lets the 3 fly. Shot's good.
You can't just get a hand up. You've got to anticipate what he's doing before he shoots.
Nocioni for 3. Can't get it to go. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way. Here's Iyenga. All alone. They get it back. Out to Parker. Some nice passing. And Gibson kicks to Parker. Dishes it to Samuels. There's the feed to Iyenga. Gibson for 3. Goes up again. And he finishes at the rack.
Defensively, you have to get a body on somebody every time down the floor.
Can they get it? A couple of bounces and it falls. Here's Gibson. Timeout called the Cavaliers.
You know, despite the fact that the Cavs really struggled and were a bit of a circus on the road anyway, they still managed to finish with a better road record than 4 other teams in the league.
Elton Brand's checked in for the 76ers. Jody Meeks comes in for Antonio Daniels. Here is Sessions. Picked up by Turner. All sorts of time. And there's Ramon Sessions on the assist by Davis. Davis has got his 5th assist in this one. Frank, what you said about the Cavs, I'm not sure if that says more for them or Steve on the other hand, the 4 teams they finished ahead of.
Yeah, you got that right. I mean, they knew it was going to be a tough year without LeBron James, but the thing I like about Cleveland is they continued to fight. They went through that horrible losing streak in the middle of the season, but they ended on an upswing. They won 5 of their last 10 on the road, and they're trying to build something strong for the future.
Meeks, good.
You know, it went down, guys, but still unusual to go to the leaner there with so much space around it.
And the Cavaliers call time here. They're trailing by 18. 1:58 left to play in the final quarter. The 76ers making a switch right here. Williams is checked in. Caspi, he's checked in for Cleveland. Parker comes in for Sessions. Here's Davis. He's guarded by Williams. He feeds it to Parker. From past the arc. And that one falls, coming off of Davis's feed. Davis has got 6 assists in the game. And we may have an injury here. That does not look good.
Boy, what a tough break. I hope he doesn't have to miss too much of the action.
Well, we'll find out in a little bit. Man, let's just hope he's okay.
Sessions checked in for Anthony Parker. Daniel Gibson's checked in for Cleveland. And here is Turner. Here's the 3. That's good from Williams. The assist by Turner. Williams has got 35 in the game.
He's done an outstanding job all game long. Absolutely a great job of finding an opening against the defense.
3 for Caspi, and the ball goes out of play, unable to keep it in. And making a change here, the Cavaliers. Sessions is checked in. 1:27 left in the game. Stolen by Jamison.
But that's only his first turnover, so he's done a nice job here offensively.
Here is Williams. Over Sessions. Gets the 15-footer. Williams has got 5 points now this quarter.
And this one's pretty much wrapped up.
And they know it. I mean, took care of business. Chalk it up as a W, Steve.
Oh, wow, guys. Doesn't look good. We've got an injury here.
Well, let's just hope it's a bump or a bruise and that he's back out on the floor soon.
You know, see, just one of those things. It does happen in the course of battle. We'll see.
Antonio Daniels checked in for Lou Williams. And the Cavaliers also making a change. Daniel Gibson's checked in for Sessions. Good.
Now, you guys know the 3-ball is his bread and butter.
The 76ers leading by 15. Takes the 3. The shot by Turner, no good.
I like that. Trying to respond to that last 3-pointer, but couldn't get it to go.
Shot's good by Gibson.
Now, they probably needed more of this earlier, guys. I don't think there's enough time left to get back into the game.
Guys, this is really a case of too little too late, but at least to give them something to work off of going into the next game.
And that's going to do it. I mean, this thing is pretty much over. They played well.
Well, it has been a bit anticlimactic at the end of the game, but sometimes that's the way it goes.
Thaddeus Young is checked in for Philadelphia. And the Cavaliers also making a change. Sessions is checked in.
Checking in for the 76ers.
40 seconds left in the fourth. Nice shot by Jameson.
You know, those types of high percentage shots, Kevin, should be a big part of what they do going forward.
Here's Daniels. Clark, they're in good position here to ride it out.
Yeah, they certainly are. I mean, if they just play smart right here, Kevin, this game is pretty much over.
Here's Young. It's a three-point line.
I think that's what they do it here. They're trying to put the nail on the coffin.
Well, just adding to the lead as we approach the final buzzer.
Outside, Davis. Caspi from three. And that one falls coming off of Davis's speed.
Looks like a three-point contest out there, guys.
Yeah, you would fit right in, partner. I mean, you hit one on us, we'll hit one on you. A terrific battle going on here.
Daniels with it. From deep. No good. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the floor.
Hey, what more can you ask?
Well, it's time to say so long. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. Now it's time to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Lewis Williams.